We have already explained positive adjectives which describe nouns. Now, in this lesson, I'm going to talk about kinds of adjectives used for comparison. There are two forms of comparison, comparative and superlative. Why are comparatives used? Comparatives are used to show the difference between two objects. Let's say that I have two cars. I have a little Toyota and a big Ford. A comparative is used to show the difference between the two. The Ford is big, so we can say the Ford is bigger than the Toyota. And because the Toyota is small, we can say the Toyota is smaller than the Ford. To learn to use these, we need to learn 5 basic rules. Rule number 1. If an adjective has one syllable, we add the ending er to the adjective. For example, small. Small is made up of one adjective. In order to know how many syllables does each word consist, you have to clap. Small, one syllable. So you have to add er followed by than. For example, the ant is smaller than the hippo. Rule number 2. If a one-syllable adjective ends with a consonant, a vowel, a consonant, you must double the last consonant and then add er. For example, big. Big is made up of one syllable also. It ends with a consonant letter, but before it we have a vowel letter. So you have to double the consonant, letter G, and then add er followed by the word than. As you can see in the example, the elephant is fatter than the giraffe. We doubled letter T because before T we have the letter A, which is a vowel letter. Number 3. If an adjective ends with a Y, remove the Y and add IER. Happy. Happy ends with Y. Before it we have consonant vowel, which is P. Cross it and then add IER. As you can see also in the example, the girl is happier than the duck. Number 4. If an adjective has two syllables or more, then add the word more before the word. For example, beautiful has 3 syllables. Let's see together. Beautiful. 3 syllables. You have to use more before the adjective and then after the adjective, as you can see in the example. The butterfly is more beautiful than the frog. Rule number 5. We cannot add for all the adjectives er or more because there are few exceptions. For example, good, we cannot say gooder or more good. It becomes better than. As well as bad, we cannot say badder or more bad. It becomes worse than, far, farther than. What about superlatives adjectives? Superlatives are used to show the difference between more than 2 objects. Let's say that I have 3 cars. I have a little Toyota, a medium-sized Jeep, and a big Ford. A superlative is used to show the differences that exist in this group. The Ford is big, so we can say the Ford is the biggest among them all. Because the Toyota is small, we can say the Toyota is the smallest among them all. To learn to use these, we need to learn 5 basic rules. Rule number 1. If an adjective has one syllable, we add the ending est to the adjective. For example, small, one syllable, hard, also one syllable. We are going to use the article the before the superlative adjective and then add est. As you can see, the ant is the smallest. We can't say the ant is the smallest, the. Rule number 2. If a one-syllable adjective ends with a consonant, a vowel, a consonant, you must double the last consonant and add est. Big, fat, we are going to double the consonant because we have vowel letters before them. The hippo is the fattest. Rule number 2 is the same as rule number 2 in the comparative adjectives, but the difference is that we add est instead of er and than. Rule number 3. If an adjective ends with y, remove the y and add iest, the same as rule number 3 in the comparative form. The elephant is the heaviest. Rule number 4. If an adjective has 2 syllables or more, then add the word most before the word. In the comparative, we used to use more, but in the superlative, when we are comparing between more than 2 objects, we have to use the word most. Beautiful, expensive, expensive. 3 syllables, we have to use the most expensive. As you can see in the example, the airplane is the most expensive. We can't say expensiver or expensivest. Rule number 5. There are few exceptions. Good becomes the best, bad the worst, and far the farthest.